So yeah, he's kind of wishy. Yeah, he's up and down with it right now. So what's up, people? We are live. This is Parlay with us Thursday nights, man. We live. We bringing you guys week number 2 preview. We got some parlay your best bets. We have the marquee matchups of the week. We got a few things going on for you guys, man. We're doing it. How you want to say it? We're doing it as we can, man. It's one of them type of shows today. We got Stony Cook on location. You got myself on location. Mr. Beans, Hustle Stacks is in his studio, as always, doing his thing. Shondo will be in shortly. He's on location right now. This Thursday seems to be a tough day for us. But as far as us being all in our studios, but we're gonna roll with it. The show must go on, and let's start. Before we move on, and before we get started, I gotta give the shout out to Nonchalantly Zay and Sean Doe. They are the musicians and the entertainers on this podcast. So give a shout out to them. Shout out to Nonchalantly Zay for letting us use this track.
Yeah, God, to make moves. Doobie don't snooze. It's on your back, cause they hate you. Dog break through, son get through. But don't break.
Yeah. Once again, man, you know how it is, man. This is Parlay with us. I'll say it again, man. You got me, Mr. Beans. You got Stacks, Hustle Stacks. You got Cook, Stony Cook. Sean Doe should be in here any moment. So we're going to go over that week 2 preview. Sean sent me a little text a few minutes ago on the thread. He said this week's slate looks kind of shitty. It is kind of, I was trying to go through this week's slate and see what is like the top game of the week. But since it's Thursday and we are in the AFC zone, Miami Bills, tonight's game is a nice game for the week to start off the week. Both teams are 1-0, right? They both doing their thing. I don't know what Miami got situation going on with Tyreek Hill and his police problems and things like that. But quick question, I didn't check it out. Is Miami heading to Buffalo or is it Buffalo heading to Miami? Please let me know.
But in Miami, they're in Miami.
Yeah, they're in Miami. It's raining in Florida right now. So I don't know how long. I don't know how long it's gonna last though, but I know it's raining right now. I know they forecast rain for that game, some rain anyway.
So it might be a little sloppy game. Is that in Miami's favor or is it in Buffalo's favor?
Buffalo used to play in bad conditions, so I would say Buffalo.
That's right. You're totally right. Yep, you're right. Good one. Good view on that. Yeah, you're right. Buffalo plays in shitty weather all year, so they should be used to this. It's just gonna be a little warm compared to cold rain. You know what I mean?
It's a night game, so it ain't too warm. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Long as everybody know when that sun go, Stoney, you know when that sun go down in South Florida, you good. But when that shit is up,
It's problems.
No. You would literally melt in Florida in South Florida when that sun's up. I already know that is beaming, really beaming heat. So let's go through this week's games. If we want to, we could run through a few games on the slate this week. We do got Miami today starting this week. We're gonna start week number 2 with Miami Bills. What do y'all think about this game? Do you have any bets on this game, or is this part of your marquee matchup of the week?
Well, it's not really part of the marquee matchups for me for the week. I mean, it is, my bad. It is, but not a big marquee matchup. But it is. It has to be because it's a division game. You got two teams that's battling for that AFC East. So, yeah, definitely. You know, it definitely got to be a marquee matchup. But in terms of betting, I was kind of wishy-washy about it because these teams, like, you don't know what to expect. But, man, if this weather holds up, to a certain point, then I'm liking the Bills tonight. You know, I'm really liking them, man. This is the type of conditions they like to play in. They know this is a big game, and Miami, I don't know, they kind of shaky, man. You know, they missing some people on defense. I think offensive line injuries as well, and they struggled with Jacksonville. If Jacksonville didn't have a brain fart, they would have won that game. So I
True.
see they struggled with.
Facts.
Now you got the Bills coming in, you know, riding high. They also played a funny game as well. They didn't play their best, but I'm leaning towards the Bills tonight. I like their advantage tonight over Miami.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to co-sign that what Stoney said. I think I'm gonna run with the Bills. Miami's a little banged up, especially at that running back spot. Stoney, I know Moses out. A-Chain was doubtful, so they're a little bit banged up. But I mean, Miami still got the X factor with Tyreek, so it can't put nothing past them. How Buffalo plays that, I don't know, but if they keep the ball out their hands, they can run it with Josh and run it with the other running back, Cook. And I think Buffalo is gonna pull this one out tonight. I just don't see Miami winning this game.
So Miami, okay, good, good breakdown on that. Good view on that review. I look at it as this game. If the Dolphins and if the Bills can stop any kind of running game that the Miami's trying to put out, any kind of running game Miami put out, if that Bills defense could stymie that or stifle that running game, the Bills will have this. It'll be the Bills on this one. You know, let me say what up Dino? What up Reggie? What's going on, man? Thanks for chiming in. What up, Reggie Noble? Thanks for chiming in, man. But yeah, like I was saying, I think the Bills, knowing that they want to be on top of the AFC, this could be a spoiler for Miami because it could come down to the end of the season, who has the better record in the AFC, and that could kind of spell where both teams might be at the end. So if the Bills could squeak this one game out of Miami, they're actually one game ahead of them. They will have to take the other one where Miami end up going to Buffalo. But it'll be a good win for the Bills. So with that being said, I would take the Bills. If they can stop the running game of Miami and can stop Tyreek Hill. Because it seems like you would think that most teams will see the footage and on Tyreek Hill by now and say, yo, don't let this dude beat you deep, right? But every week he beats somebody deep, like, you know, all the time. He beats them deep, no matter, like even last week's game, y'all said, oh, they were trying to keep everything in front of Tyreek, everything, you know, whatever, to keep him from going behind the defense. And then he ends up finding one and go behind the defense and scores a touchdown. That seems to happen with him every game. The dude's a touchdown machine. Do I really care for Tyreek Hill? Not really, like, to tell you the truth. But he's a great player, right? And he's doing his thing for Miami. Actually, he's single-handedly, to me, keeping Miami afloat, truthfully, offensively. But that's my take on that Miami game tonight, game one of season of week 2. I have Bills taking Miami. So with that being said, let's move on to a preview of this week's games. Tony, I'm gonna take it over to you, and I'm gonna hand it over to you. I think you have some of the matchups pulled up already. And if you want to go through a couple of the matchups, that's fine with me. We could go through a couple of let's say, not the marquee games that we're going to be picking this week for marquee games of the week, but the matchup of the week. We're going to leave those little low-hanging teams alone, but let's give them the matchup of the week that seems very interesting. What games do you think that's going to be interesting this week besides the marquee game?
I think Seattle at New England. You got two 1-0 teams. 2 1-0 teams. You got a team that we know what they have in Seattle. We know who they are. Geno Smith, Lockett, DK Metcalf. You know who that team is. You know what they are. Now,
Mm-hmm.
the other side, the Patriots. We don't really know much about them. What we do know is they won a big game on the road last week. So was that game a fluke? Was it more them being lucky and Cincinnati not playing good? That's what's going to make this game interesting, because now game 2, let's see how this team adds to that. Let's see how this team, follows that win. How they follow up with that win last week. Let's see how they play at home against a formidable team as well. It's a good team coming in. So that's what I'm interested in of seeing. I like New England in this game. I feel like that momentum they have last week, I think they're going to carry into this week at home. And, this is definitely a very interesting game. It's going to be tight. It's going to be another tight game.
Mm-hmm.
Defenses are going to lock in, and the total in this game is 38. So Vegas, they also expecting this to be a low scoring game, tight. And let's see what happens. But I like this matchup. It's an intriguing matchup.
Okay. The next game that T, do you have any games on this week matchup that you're kind of interested in, that you feel like, it needs some notation on?
I'm interested in 2 games. I like the Cincinnati at KC myself. I want to see if Joe Burrow can bounce back. A lot of people say Joe is Pat's kryptonite. Joe beats him head to head. I think it's 3-1 Joe. You know what I'm saying? So that's a big game. I want to see if Joe can bounce back.
Yeah, how could I forget about Cincinnati KC and a little rivalry that Joe Burrow got on Magic Pat. Pat, I'm glad I'm gonna let you finish your other games, but we'll get back to that. Go ahead.
Yeah, then also Stoney, I'm looking at this game right here. 2 interesting teams with Cleveland and Jacksonville. I want to see how Deshaun Watson bounces back in this game, bro. I really want to see. I really want to see how he bounces back. I also want to see how Trevor Lawrence just got paid. So I want to see how he reacts too. Like, he should have guided his team to that win last week, but he didn't. So that game's sneaky right there. I want to see how that goes right there. That's my 2 games.
Right. I'll give you a couple of games for this upcoming weekly slate. Now, this is not marquee matchup, but even one of those games that you have, there's a marquee matchup. And before we go into my 2 games that I pick out the slate this week, check this game out. I was saying about Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes got something to prove on Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's been having the best of Pat Mahomes when they get into these little matchups. Like you said, he's 3-1 on Pat right now?
Yeah.
So Pat's coming to play tonight. You know what I mean? This weekend. He's got something to prove, especially to Joe Burrow. Because Joe Burrow's been having the number on KC. That's a great game. But my 2 matchups of this week that I think that might be interested in, you probably jumped on one of them, but the next one is, it might be a wake-up call for this team. New Orleans, Dallas. The over-under on that is 46.5, right?
I like that.
New Orleans scored 47 points, right? Last week, right? But now they meeting up Dallas. Is New Orleans for real? You see what I'm saying? Was that a fluke, 47 points, because they put it up on who? North Carolina? Carolina?
A bad football team, man. They are bad. They are terrible.
So that's why I say I want to see. I think that's one of those games that should be interesting, is New Orleans, Dallas, because we want to see if New Orleans is serious, right? If they really healthy this year too, to put up a fight against Dallas. Dallas is a scary defense. It is, and I can't act like they're not. Like, that's a scary defense. And Dak sometimes
Dallas always start off like this. We know that. Like
exactly. And Dak just got paid, and so I know he can't sit down now. He gotta show his worth, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You know, those two. I think that game's a good game on this week's slate. It's not part of like really my marquee matchups, but it's a good game on this slate. And then the next game that I got on this that might be somewhat interesting. I hate to say it, Jets Tennessee. The Jets Tennessee is another interesting game this week. For Aaron Rodgers, are you coming out of the clouds? Are you waking up? Like, you know, were you a little clouded last week? So I want to see Aaron Rodgers could bounce back. And I want to see what Tennessee got, to tell you the truth. As far as AFC foes, we got to look at these AFC teams because some of these teams, one of these teams might be the teams that the Patriots might have to go through to even probably make the playoffs, right? So that's why I put Jets in Tennessee as far as those the game that one of those games that I think is going to be an interesting game for this week. So those are my two interesting games of the week on this week's slate. The slate is kind of like not too interesting. You got another one that could be somewhat. You got the Ravens against the Raiders. That might be an interesting game to see this weekend. Lamar needs to. I know it's only week 2, but you got to come out, man. You got to like show people that you're ready for this shit this year.
The best game of the week, low key, Stoney could be Detroit against Tampa. Low key.
Yes, I agree.
How did I not pick that game? And I saw that game on the slate. But you know what? I'm downplaying Tampa. Sorry about that, Stoney. But I'm downplaying Tampa, and that's my fault. I should have put that as the number 2 game that I had on my list. But go ahead, Stoney.
Yeah. To add to Stack's point, definitely. Tampa Bay, they played Detroit really good last year. They played them real well. They hung in there. They made a couple of mistakes that cost them, but man, they were there. They were there. And this team, I think this team is really on a mission this year because last year we didn't know who Tampa was last year. We didn't know Tampa was going to make noise like that. They probably didn't even know it. They just knew they had a good team, they had a good chemistry, good coach, and they played some good football last year. Now, here come year 2. Now they Baker Mayfield got all they trust. They all believe in Mayfield. They rallying behind him, and they are.
Yo, that's his team. Yo, no bullshit. Baker Mayfield really honed in that team.
Yes, definitely. So, I like what they got over there. Michael Evans, he's doing this thing. They got a good running back over there, good defense. So yeah, this is gonna be a nice matchup. It's gonna be a good matchup. That game should be televised, if anything, on Fox. That should be a good matchup.
Yeah,
especially
that's true.
Come out the NFC, they expected to come out of there. So yeah, we're gonna see what Tampa's about real early.
Right. So we all, I wish Sean was here that he can give his 2 games on the slate. Shout out to everybody who is in on the live. That's been on the live. I can see a few people jumped in on the live. They jumping in, jumping out. Shout out to everybody on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch for coming in and hanging with us or Parlay with us live every week, twice a week. Please like and subscribe, guys. If you watch the show after the live, I know a lot of people don't get it with the live, but then when I watch our analytics, we do get a good amount of people watching after the show is actually produced live. So shout out to everybody who do go in after the live and watch our show and give us a little bit. We get the thumbs up. Not enough thumbs up. If I got 25 people watching, let's say I'm lowballing it. If I got 30, 40 people, right, that when I review it, I saw that they watched in one day, Why can I get half the likes? Please, people, I'm not begging for the likes, but the likes help, the subscribes help, the follows help from all different, all of our different streaming platforms. Please, guys, if you're gonna watch it, if you like some of the content that we put out, the bets that we give y'all, the best bets, please like and subscribe or hit the like button. Share it with your friends who's into sports and into football and basketball and entertainment. Share it with them and let them come on and see what Parlay with us got to offer. So, with that being said, we're gonna move on to the marquee matchups of the week. I wish Sean was here because I need him to give his marquee match because we're grading ourselves with these marquee matchups. This is not anybody just throwing out games there, right? Us as a team going to pick the 4 games that this week that we consider marquee games.
Straight up.
And
straight up
this is straight up. This is straight up to win. This is not on over unders or the spread or anything like that. This is the straight up to win. And basically we'll tally up the wins on each individual at the end of the season, and who wins, we probably will have a prize for that person in this 4-man team, right? But for now, let's go to the marquee matchups of the week. I have them down. Doe didn't send me his, but I have. Let me take a quick look. First of all, we got the first marquee matchup game of the week is going to be Thursday night's game, Bills against the Dolphins. That's going to be a marquee matchup game. I'm giving y'all the slate of the marquee matchup. Next game, I would think will be a marquee matchup game is going to be Cincinnati versus KC. Another marquee matchup game that I think will be a decent game this week. That's 2 we got there right now. And then my third marquee matchup game, and I think Sony has the 4th one. The third marquee matchup game that I have is Texans versus the Bears. I think that's going to be a decent game for some reason. I just have that in my mind. So I consider that a marquee matchup game of the week. And then I think Stoney and Stacks will probably co-sign with this. Stoney put down San Fran against Minnesota is another marquee matchup game of the week. So we gave you 4 marquee matchup games of the week. Now, Stacks,
why did you have boy, Stoney hates San Fran for some reason, dog. I don't know.
Well, I
on the low, dog. I don't know why he keep picking this dude, man.
I got some.
So, with that being said, Sean could chime in later on, and I could probably I'll do like a post on Parlay with us with Sean's marquee matchups, right? What he got on the marquee matchups. So I'll start with me, and then we'll move on, right? So for me, game number 1, I already said it. We said it at the beginning of the show. Game number 1 of the marquee matchup of the week, I'm going with the Bills versus Miami, and I got the Bills winning straight out. That's my game number 1. Stoney, what do you got for game number 1 marquee matchup of the week? Bills versus Miami.
Bills. I'm going with the Bills. I think
we got with the Bills so far. Stacks, same question. What do you got with the Bills Miami game for the marquee matchups of the week? He's thinking about it.
I just said I seen something come across the phone with.
I saw the same thing.
Yo, yeah, I'm gonna go with the MIAO. I'm gonna go with the MIAO. Shout out to Stoney. Stoney from the MIA on the low. So yeah, I'm going with that.
Yeah.
With that 305, right, Stoney?
That's 305.
Yo, 305. Yo, that was my home for 7 years, man. I was holding it down there, man.
Yeah, you sure was.
That's right. You sure enough was. So I know you repping a little bit of that 305 too, though, Stoney. But we got to go with that. I don't know. I think it's a Josh Allen effect. So I think that's why we're picking the Bills. I think that's why I'm picking the Bills. So, but okay. So we got 2 for the Bills, 1 for Miami. We don't know where Doe's at right now with his
message, man. on the comments. No, I was telling Doe to send his pick in the comments if he has the opportunity.
Yeah, he'll take it. Let him just text his joints later. Let me text his joints later.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah. No, I'll definitely get him to text his joints later. I can put a post on that. So far, that's the first game. Second game we said was Cincinnati and KC. Once again, I'm gonna go again. I'll go again. Shout out to everybody in the live. Get the thumbs up, the like, all that, man. Share this live, all that, man. Tell people about Parlay with us, man. We're hot from Boston. We do this organically and originally. So it's a tough one for me. I like both teams, but y'all know what I'm going to say. The KC Cincinnati game, Magic Pat, all the way. That's my pick for that game. What do you got, Stoney, KC, Cincinnati?
My upset special of the week. I'm taking Cincinnati. They need this game like blood, man. They can't go down 0-2.
They do. You're right.
Team. They know how to play KC, and they need this game. So I'm taking Cincinnati in the upset.
I'm gonna double down with Stoney. Listen, if KC don't have them 2 fumbles, that New England game could be different. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, if since he don't have them 2 fumbles, that New England game could be different. It's Stoney, if Gesicki holds on to that ball, the New England game could be different. Right. So I'm gonna say if Joe Burrow put that pass on the money too. So but I'm gonna go KC. I'm gonna go Joe Burrow, man. Shout out to Joe Burrow, man. I just think they need this game, man. They really
you guys are totally right. They need this game like cooked food. They need this game, right? But the magic one, y'all know it. And every time I'll tell y'all that, since last season, it came to fruition, right? Don't fuck with Magic Pat. So I think, yes, I like Burrow. Y'all know I'm a Cincinnati guy. I like Burrow. I like Chase. I like Higgins. I like the team, right? But something about Pat Mahomes, man, it's a whole different ball game. And now he got this weapon in Worthy. I gotta go that route. You know what I mean? That's just me. So I got that. So 2 against 1. Once again, Doe's not here to chime in on his, but both of y'all got Cincinnati. I got KC. I'm gonna make sure we keep that down. And then the next game of this marquee matchup of the week, we said was going to be, how many we hit so far? 3. Oh, I think it's a marquee matchup game of the week. You guys might not think that way, but this Bears-Texans game, I think is a good game this week. And the reason why I say that is I would say CJ Stroud is really trying to make a name for himself, and he's gonna let this rookie know you ain't ready for this yet. That's what I think. You know what I mean? That's just me.
I got the Texans all day. I don't even think that's a close game. I just think I got
the
Texans.
Go. See.
After you, my man.
Now, why you think it's not a close game though? Why you say that?
My man threw for 93 goddamn yards last week. There's no way you gonna go in there and throw for 93 yards against the goddamn Houston Texans and win that game. And I think Stoney, what's the line on that, Stoney? I might go to the window on that joint.
Oh yeah, the line on that is the Texans favored by 6.5.
Yeah,
they go full touchdown.
I could take that, Stoney. I can go to the window with that.
I agree with you.
Yo, what up, Martin? Martin's on there. What up, Martin? Yo, what's good, Marty? Came through and checked us, man. Yo,
Martin.
I like. What'd you say?
Yo, Martin Luther, I know you got the code for the Patriots gear, dog. I know you got the code. Just give us the code to the website. We will pay for the joint. We're gonna pay for it. We ain't ask for nothing free. We need the code, Martin. I know you got the joint.
We need the code, Martin.
Yeah, we need that.
So,
So real quick,
so
you said 6.5 plus
yeah,
6.5.
it's gonna go up to
They minus 6.5.
right now. It is, but it's gonna go up to 7 before game time because all the money's gonna come in on Houston.
I might go to the window on that one, man. I got Houston on that one, man. Seriously, I got Houston on that. I think
they can't score. The Bears can't score. They just cannot.
Anytime you got a game,
why can't they not score and they got all those nice receivers?
I think. Now, with that being said, I think the kid from Chicago gonna play a little bit better this week, Stoney. I don't think he's gonna be like that. I think he came out and said he rushed the situation, first game jitters, rushed his reads, rushed his throws. I don't get me wrong. I think Caleb Williams is gonna be good, but I just think he will play better than 93 yards. I hope so. Yep, and I just think he's gonna be better. He just going up against a juggernaut right now. So I mean, if they were playing the goddamn Carolina Panthers, that'd be a good little situation for him. Caleb Williams, but he playing the fucking Houston Texans, where them dudes is like they smelling blood in the water after that taste of success last year. So and then they loaded back up. They also added some pieces to add on from what they had last year.
Exactly, man.
Yeah, that
Joe Mixon pick up. I think Joe Mixon just needed to change the scenery, and he's looking really good with those guys over there.
He's looking good with them.
He change the scenery.
That's right. They got Diggs too. If Diggs stop crying like a prima donna, that team might be very dangerous.
Yeah, they're gonna do some good things over there. They got a good future over there. Good future.
So the last marquee matchup. Oh, hold on. Let's see what Reggie got to say. Dino D says if Lamar can get over the KC hump, he'll win it all.
I
don't know.
Somewhat.
I don't know, man. What are you saying, Stack? I mean, Stoney. Sorry about that.
I gotta see more before I could.
Yeah.
Really that.
Yeah, I'm not.
What do you think about that comment on Stacks?
I just think Pat Mahomes smoking on that Lamar Jackson. Like he I root for Lamar. I've rooted for him every time they play KC. I have, and Pat just got his number. Like KC knows how to play that dude. Like they make him a passer. They sit in those running lanes, Stoney, and they make him a passer. Until he becomes a better passer, he's not going to beat them. That's just it, bro.
There you go.
He's not going to be a team that's going to sit back and clog them run lanes and make him throw the ball. I mean, that's it. And on top of that, he doesn't have a bona fide one as receiver. I mean,
no, he doesn't.
He doesn't. Zay is a good shout out to Boston College. Zay's a good tool. Damn good tool.
He's a good
almost one
that can go get that ball, get those 10, 15.
But it's going to be hard for them to get a one with Lamar Jackson because he doesn't throw it like that. Like if you go get a one, I want the ball, and I don't want to hear why I'm not getting the ball. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be tough for that team to get a one until he improves on his passing. Now, Reggie, if he does that, then he could probably beat Kansas City. Until then, after what I seen that last game, it was just repetitive from every time he sees Kansas City.
There you go. From last year, the same situation. You're right. You're totally right. You're totally right.
Reg, that ain't a hump. That's a fucking mountain. You know what I'm saying? That's a mountain.
Yeah, that's a mountain he got to climb. That's a mountain to climb. Yo, I'm telling you, I'm not like, y'all know I'm a Patriots fan, but that's the best quarterback in the league right now.
Yeah,
it's Pat Mahomes.
I don't think it's
close. You see what I'm saying?
I don't think
it's close. And even though Lamar has all these gifted skills, his skills is not outmatching Pat Mahomes right now. Feet could be great. You could be athletic, energetic, all that stuff, but for some reason, it's not beating Pat because, like you said, until he becomes a better passer, he might be stuck in the same situation, bro.
Can I say one thing about Mahomes
Go ahead.
one thing about Mahomes that's separating himself from all the other good quarterbacks. Remember, these quarterbacks are good. Is that when it's crunch time in those big games, whether it's the AFC Championship, whether it's the divisional playoffs, whether it's the Super Bowl, in those key moments, Pat Mahomes knows how to play football. He knows how to make those key plays, those key first downs, those key touchdowns. He just knows how to play in crunch time. When it's crunch time, because a lot of these guys, they had Mahomes beat in a lot of these games. And in a lot of these games, if you guys remember, Mahomes had to come back. He had to come back in the second half against Philly.
Yep.
I'm gonna go a step further.
A lot of teams to win these games.
I'm gonna go a step further for you, Reggie. Your boy, he's had Mahomes beat from Buffalo twice.
My point.
Twice. I would say if they put a little bit better weapons around that kid from Buffalo, Josh Allen, he may beat Pat before Lamar does. I'm gonna go a step further. I'm gonna put that.
Yeah. You might be right. I agree with you on that one, Stack. Seriously.
That first one, they had them beat. That first one.
Second one too, Stoney. Second one, he had them. Yeah.
But man, the first one they only gave him seconds. They only had seconds? Yeah, that was unacceptable.
And if you look at, I think Josh Allen numbers was better than Pat's. Both games.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. He was gunning it.
So look, Mark, and look, Luther Jr. says it ain't Lamar, it's coaching.
It's a little bit.
What do you think about that?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
Coach, I like Harbaugh, man. You know, yeah, he catches a brain
fart.
But yes,
everybody likes Harbaugh, but do you think it's time? Do you think Harbaugh's time with Baltimore is come to its end in some which way?
Because he's winning games. It's not like he ain't winning games. He's
winning. He reminds me of Mike Tomlin in Pittsburgh. They kind of got the same kind of vibe.
Yeah, I agree with Stoney.
Right.
Both got one, and it's been coming up short. But they playing football, and they play good ball, discipline, and they don't play around. These teams, these franchises don't play around. They got no nonsense coach that year in and year out. This team's in it year in and year out, man. This team's
that's true. Yeah. They just get it, like you said, get over the mountain. That's the hub. Get over the mountain. Last game in the marquee matchup week, games of the week for us. The last game we have down, I think, is San Fran versus Minnesota. I know. Here comes dope. I know Stacks is like, why this dude keep picking on Minnesota? But it is what it is. I mean, picking on San Fran, but that's what we got going on. What up, Doe? Nice to see you chiming in.
Good.
Yo, man, everybody's in the whip. I'm in the whip, man. My bad, bro. I'm trying to juggle.
That's the type of night it is, man. It's that night in the whip, Thursday night.
It is what it is.
It's gonna have to be night in the whip.
Yo, I ain't even recognize you with the James Earl Jones face. And a clean shave, though.
Clean shave.
Oh shit!
Oh shit! He hit him with it, and I was about to say that too. You looking real studious.
I mean, I didn't know that was you. I thought y'all had a guest and shit. I was like, yo.
Hey, you gotta switch it up sometimes, I gotta get ready to get back. I gotta get ready to get back in the school mode. You know what I'm saying? My situation.
No, it's a new week, new money. Don't make some money last week.
We actually might be going on strike again, fam. We just had a meeting in the cafeteria. It might get ugly. 4 more hotels went on strike this afternoon, so it's some craziness going on. But how y'all? Where we at in the show, man? Where we at?
So I'm gonna run it down to you, and I'm gonna run it to. We're almost at the end of the show. We're doing a weekly. We're doing the marquee matchups of the week, and these are the marquee games of the week. I'm gonna throw it to you real quick. You can give a quick answer. We have Bills versus Dolphins. We have Cincinnati versus KC. We got the Texans versus Bears. Last one, we're on that topic now. Is San Fran versus Minnesota. You can give your first three besides the last one. Who do you have for the Bills-Miami game?
I like Miami tonight. I like the Texans to keep it rolling. And obviously, I think Cincinnati's on the down spot. That T. Higgins, they say he faking his injury. I think that's an L for them. And we caught up with that. I ain't gonna give you no analysis. That's really where I'm at with it. I'm going to the window on that
like
too.
That. Keep that right there. Don't go no further on that. I like that, what you just said. Keep that right there. The next game is 49ers, Minnesota. This is a game that Sony put on the marquee matchup plate. Right now, I don't have any, let's say, cards in this game, but I'm picking San Fran. Who do you have, Sony? And I'm just picking San Fran to win. They seem like a dominant team right now. Who do you got, Sony?
So when you see me put my hands like this,
I know where you're going. I'm with you, Crook.
It's because I see a potential to make money. This is the money rub right here.
Yes, sir.
It's because I can make some money off this game. I'm telling you one thing. I'm gonna go out and say this is gonna be a real tight game. I'm gonna tell you that it's gonna be a tight game. Minnesota is gonna give a run for their money. I don't think McCaffrey is gonna play once again. You got a team traveling from San Fran all the way to Minnesota. You got a Minnesota team that's playing some good football. You got a new system, new staff. Sam Darnold, he might have found a home. And I see a team that's really good football. So that said, I love Minnesota to keep the game tight. As far as who I think is going to win this game, I'll say San Fran will win this game. I'm leaning for San Fran winning, but they're gonna have to really fight to win this game. Talking about they're gonna have to kick a field goal to win it.
Wow. Real quick, shout out to Diane Benjamin for always coming through on this live. Shout out to Diane. She's always sharing our product, sharing our lives. Shout out to Diane. Joe, I would tell you, can you lower your radio? If the volume of us is coming through your radio, can you lower it just a tad? Joe, who do you have for this San Fran, Minnesota game?
I'm taking Minnesota, and it's not even an upset. I'm going to the window with it. That's why I thought you was gonna go on. I thought you were gonna take them straight up, Crook. I'm taking Minnesota.
Nah. I know it's gonna be a tight game. And you know, I got to give a little edge with San Fran because Mike Shanahan, he's been burning me too many times, and I think he's a great coach, man. So that factor is why it got me a little hesitant. But like I'm saying,
for enjoying the show.
San Fran's gonna have to kick a field goal to win it, and if they miss it, they're gonna lose. So that's where I'm at with it.
Let me tell you something, man.
Good. Sax, what you got on this San Fran, Minnesota game? What you think?
Stoney said he's been burnt by San Fran. Well, his ass is going to be on fucking fire this weekend. I got San Fran by at least 10. There's no way.
Crossfire
is fool's gold, and I'm going to wash that tarnish off that shit. That shit is whack. I ain't sold on you, boy, that quarterback. Shout out to JJ. To me, he's the best receiver in the league when he has a quarterback. But I'm just telling you, San Fran has proved they can win that Belichick model, plug and play. Whoever goes out at running back, they got my man was selling hot dogs 3 weeks ago over there. He comes in and gasses y'all Jets for 150 yards on the ground.
After selling hot dogs.
Why are you rubbing it in?
That game could have been worse.
Yo, he's rubbing that Jets dude, boy.
Ayuk dropped a touchdown and he dropped a couple other first downs. So if Ayuk gets together, that game at the Jets, that's a blowout. That's a wash. All right. Now you're gonna tell me they're gonna come with a full boat, and this is without CMC. They'll still beat them like this.
They're on the road.
On turf, CMC on turf. I'll take that all day. Twice on Sunday.
Yo,
man, I got San Fran. Like y'all say, I'll go to the motherfucking zoo with that bet right there. Y'all gonna put some respect on San Fran, bro. I keep telling you, y'all.
Put some respect on San Fran. No, yo, that's the team. He's been saying that we haven't been respecting the San Fran game, San Fran franchise. But yeah, I think this weekend they are going to take care of business against Minnesota. That's just me.
I'm telling you, man, that team, they've been the best regular season team for the last 3 years, and they got all their pieces together, and they just so well coached. That's it.
No, you're right. They're well coached. They're well coached. Very well coached.
The people that leave his system go on to be good head coaches. So he's proven.
That's true. Very well coached. Very well coached.
Let me ask you a question. I'm not trolling y'all. How many Super Bowls has he won that dude? Shanahan.
I said regular season. I didn't say Super Bowl.
Okay.
I said regular season.
All right. Because he be shitting on himself in those big games. I'm just saying.
I like that. I like that comeback by Doe. How many Super Bowls he's been to?
The nigga ain't never won nothing. Come on,
he never won.
They give LeBron credit for
rings, man.
They give LeBron credit for going to 8 goddamn championships. I mean, they give him credit.
But at least he won like 5 of them.
I just don't. Hopefully San Fran don't become the Buffalo Bills of the 90s.
We can't call Lamar a regular season quarterback and give the dude and call Shanahan. You still got to win. Whether you lose in the first round or you lose in the Super Bowl, you still coming home with the hardware. Let's keep it funky, man. You know what I'm saying?
Keep it always funky like a jock strap. He just wins games in the regular season.
You know, I didn't even get mad. You said.
No. I ain't saying nothing about Super Bowl. But all I'm saying, if it comes down to X's and O's, I'll take Shanahan.
You saying he ain't listen. You know what's so funny? He kind of made a basketball analogy with basketball and football.
We're losing you a little bit, though.
The playoffs, and you
Though we're losing you. You're very choppy. You're very, very choppy. See, I knew something wasn't right. We lost him. I knew something was going wrong with he was losing reception. So let's move on so we can end this nice, quick live that we on.
Yeah, I gotta
parlay bets. Let's get it. I know you gotta go. The best bets. I gotta go too soon. Parlay with us. Best bets. 5 minutes, guys. Sorry, though, if you can't jump back in. Parlay with us. Best bets. Crook, what do you got for your best bets of this week's games? Drop it, and Sunday we can talk to Sean about what was his best parlays. Go ahead.
All right, I got two of them that I'm gonna go with, and one of them I'm gonna go spread and a little sprinkle of money line. My first best bet, I'm taking New England +3 against Seattle.
I like that. I like that, Stoney.
I'm taking the money line.
I like that.
The money line, I think, is +20. It's a good value, +30, +35. I'm taking the money line. I'm taking both with New England. And my best bet of the week. This is my favorite bet. And when I do this, it's because this is what I'm really gonna go to the window with this. Seriously, I'm taking Minnesota +6 against San Fran. They're gonna give San Fran a run for their money. San Fran is gonna claw. They're gonna fight. They're gonna do everything they can to win this game, to pull this game out. You best believe that. And that's why I'm taking Minnesota +6 as my best bet of the week.
Well, y'all heard it here first on Parlay with us. Stoney Cook is taking Minnesota for his best bet of the week +6.
I fucks with Stoney.
6.5.
Stoney as he fades into the black.
6.5. Yo,
it's gonna be like this for a couple.
Yo, that's a big bet. That's a big bet against San Fran. That's a big bet. Say that again, Stoney.
Oh, that's Oh, that's my best bet. That's my best
So
bet.
you
like
better be careful.
My
Make sure
bet.
if CMC comes back on that turf, you in trouble. I'm just telling you.
Well,
Yeah, man.
another
Yeah.
thing,
But
you gotta remember this too.
hopefully that turf don't aggravate that leg.
Yo,
There
Though.
you go.
my man ran the ball. My man ran the ball so well that Mac just tell yo, just chill for a minute. Just let my
That's
man.
what I'm saying.
That's what I would do if I was Shanahan. That's what I would do.
Exactly, because this is not a must win. You know what I'm saying? I don't look at it. Don't get me wrong. NFL, you want to win every game, but if it's gonna jeopardize your superstar's health, you got to like really look into that. You know, if they would have been on one, even if they was on one, they need CMC. They need him, man. There's only so much Deebo Samuel no boys are gonna do.
So with that being said, I know Sean Doe probably had some nice player props, parlays for us for this week's games and maybe some of the games on the slates and stuff like that. But I know we will run that down to us on Sunday afternoon on the parlays that he picked and how well he did. We will run down how well what we picked. We'll go through our matchup of the our marquee games of the week and see where we at, see what our numbers are, who's the winners, who's the losers, and we'll talk about the review of NFL week number 2. So with that being said, I thank you guys for joining in. Thanks for everybody for joining in on the podcast, on the live. You know, thanks Diane, thanks Reggie, thanks Luther Jr. Thank you guys for joining in, man. We appreciate it, and everybody else who comes in there. And yo, what that says right there? What's that?
That's that BU.
BU. Whoa.
That's BU. You ain't got nothing for that, Stone. Don't even try.
I like.
Yeah, you got the BU Terriers on your ass.
Hey, special shout out to Coach Jones over there at BU. Met him a couple times, chopped it up with him. Great guy. And shout out to Coach Corbin, who was at BU and in Georgetown. They actually recruited a couple kids I had, but great guy. Corbin will be on the show soon. He's a cool cat. If I ask him to be on the show, he will come. But that's another basketball season. Football season now. We gotta get football going. But yeah, man. Shout out to BU.
We gotta get football out the way.
Two black coaches that do a great job, and his brother's the head coach at Yale, by the way. So that's all. His brother's the brother that coaches running Yale. Okay, that's a good coaching tree right there. Yeah, man, great coaching tree.
They're doing things.
Yeah, they're doing things. And for a black coach to have a gig in the Ivy League is great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, and he win games. So with that being said, thank you, Stacks, for giving us that little bit of tidbit on the coaching staff, the black coaching staff coming out of Boston, BU, Yale, and stuff like that, and Georgetown. Is very well appreciated that you know the knowledge about what's going on in the coaching carousels amongst black college coaches and stuff like that. That's a great thing to know, and it's good knowledge for us on this team. Shout out to Sean Doe for chiming in. I know he's on the JO, but he still chimed in. Yep, he still chimed in and gave his little tidbit. Something must have happened with his cell phone reception, and he's done. And shout out to Stony Crook for the best bets and some of the marquee matchups of the week.
Shout out to Stony Crooks. Yo, shout out to Stony Crooks. All of us who have been AAU parents know what Stoney's doing right now. Yo, that right there is the grind, Stoney. I love you for that, dog. I've been there many times. Stoney, I'm so glad you ain't that parent that's in the gym, though. Watching the whole practice.
Oh, yelling and screaming, Yeah.
When the practice over, then call you on the way home. Yeah, yo, coach, this is what we could do. Trust me, I got some AAU
shout out to all you guys. I know we got tons of stories. We could be on this. Go ahead, Stoney.
No. I was just telling Stacks. I'm gonna be calling them for some advice and stuff, you know, because I know Stacks knows about that.
Of course, you call him for that advice. He knows about this stuff. But with that being said, I didn't even bring my computer charger, and my computer's about to die. So with that being said, guys, shout out to everybody on Parlay with us. Shout out to the Parlay with us team and fans and subscribers and followers. Please like and subscribe, hit the thumbs up, share it, do all that good stuff. It helps our channel grow. We gotta grow. Y'all want to see us on national on this national syndicated platforms and streaming. So help us grow. My dudes, I will see. Huh?
I thought you were
Did you
gonna
say?
bring us home.
Yeah, I'm about to bring them home. So I'll see you guys later. I'm bringing y'all home. Yo, peace.
Yeah, God, to make moves. Doobie don't snooze. It's on your back, cause they hate you. Dog break through, son get through.